Welcome back to Trout Snacks. I have a new fly for you. I call it my silver and blue. And I have in my vise already a size 16 curved nip hook. And I have a 7/64 silver bead head on there. Actually, silver, it's black, sorry, a black. More of a nickel, I guess. Not really a black, but anyway. And I have some UTC 70 denier gray thread. I'll start that behind the bead. Work our way back to about where the barb used to be. And I smashed the barb on this hook. Makes it a lot easier to take out the fish's mouth. And your flies last longer because you're not putting a lot of pressure on it to get the fly out of the fish's mouth. Now, I get some light Pardo Coq de Leon for the tail and grab 10 to 12 fibers. And if you pull it so it's 90 degrees from the shaft, the tips all line up. Like so. And you just grab it, pull them off. Then to transfer my fingers, I'll pinch it like this. Then I'll push this one here and just kind of flip it over to my other hand. Sometimes I'll roll it in my fingers like so, and it kind of splays those fibers out. And we can measure our tail length. That tied in, I will pull the tails up. Go underneath it, splays it out even more. And then I'll work my way forward. And then I'll cut those out. Then we'll start tying in that nice taper that I like on my little chunky flies. Fish don't seem to mind it at all. I don't know if they key on it a little more. I don't know if it makes a emerging bug look like it's breaking out of its shell because it's a little fatter. I'm not sure, but they like them. Okay, we'll just keep going here, building up that taper. Don't be afraid to go almost as big at the top by the thorax there, almost as big around as the bead. Now stop about 1 millimeter from behind the bead, and we'll tie a single whip finish in there. Keep it nice and tight. And with this fly also, I'll show you again how to tie that wire in to keep it from coming loose on you if you've been having problems. So I'll get a silver wire, 26 gauge. And I got this wire from Walmart in their craft section. And they do have 26 gauge occasionally. You just kind of got to keep an eye on it. They usually have 24 gauge, 22 gauge, which gets a little too thick. 24 gauge does work on bigger flies from like 14 down to like 10 or so. Anyway, so we'll start our wire on. And again, just 3 wraps, like my other flies I do. Okay, now we'll tie that wire in. We'll come over the wire, in front of the wire, over the wire, in front, over, and in front. A couple more wraps. Then I'll whip finish it with 3 wraps, or 3 whips. Snug that up. Leave your wire, or leave your thread on there until we break all the wire off. So I'll grab the back tag, helicopter it off, and while you're holding this wire on the front with your left hand, pull it snug, and then you can pull and helicopter at the same time on the back wire. Now the front wire, since it's tied in, we really need to pull on it. We just can helicopter it. Okay, now I'll snug that wire, or that thread up. Now the wire's broken out of the way. And then I'll snip that off. Now you can put some thin UV resin on the abdomen if you want, but this fly usually don't. Then I'll get my fluorescent pink Samedy Denier UTC. I'll tie that in. Get that waste piece out. Then I'll get my blue. This is why I call it my silver and blue. And the gray, it's like a, I don't know, you can see it's like a darker gray. It's not a light gray, but it's a darker. And then I'll just grab a few strands at a time and make a nice tight dubbing noodle. The fewer strands you grab, I don't know, maybe 9, 10 strands at a time, it just makes it a lot easier to make that dubbing noodle nice and tight. And you want it about 1 inch long. And then when I do these little flies, I like to kind of go right in the middle of the abdomen, then to the back, and then start coming forward. Oops. Cut myself a little short. Again, you get that corner for the dubbing. If you have a hard time getting it out, you can just get your scissors or your bodkin and start a little bit of it up. And you just grab some, a little bit with your fingers. See if we can get that to blend together a little better. There we go. It's like one continuous rope instead of a little gappy rope. Okay, we'll bring that bigger on the front. That's better. Now we can pull some of those fibers back. You see how it's going to make a nice tight collar on there. Okay, now let's grab our Loons Thin UV Clear Finish. And we'll get it and put it on the thread, about 1 inch or so. Then I'll do 3 whip finishes for my collar. I'll pull that dubbing back again, my fingers. 2, 3. I've always done 3. I don't know why. I just like doing 3 whip finishes for the collar or tying off my flies. Now we'll get my UV light and we'll burn that in. You can see how that collar just glows. Nice and pink, bright pink. And this fall works really well. This fly works well for me in the fall time. Anywhere from this size 16 to a size 12. Anyway, there's another chunky little fly from Trout Snacks. And it's another fly full of awesomeness. Give that a couple more turns so you can kind of look at it. Slow turns there. Again, thanks for watching.